Okay, everybody. Well, welcome to November New Stylist Training. I have some special guests here. How lucky am I? We had our a Heart of Gold team meeting tonight, and so we thought it would be fun to have these two gals on our New Stylist Training for you. I'm super excited for all the new stylists that are on here. This is the best month of the year to get started. My special guests are super special, and I'll tell you why. Jen DeSantis, who's right over here, she started in January and promoted to associate stylist in Jumpstart, which we're going to talk about, but she got over $800 in product credit, free Hoopla registration, and she got a $100 cash bonus. She's going to tell you how she did that in Jumpstart, which is what you're all in if you're new. And then we have Nikki Watson, who this is her 4th holiday season, and she is going for Heart of Leadership Star Stylist this month. So she is going to give you her top tips to make the most of November. My name is Beth Pensavine, and I've been on the Rockstar team for over 8 years, so I probably know some of you, but if you're brand new, welcome to our team. Welcome to our Rockstar team. So we're going to just kind of focus on your first 60 days, and honestly, the holiday season, you guys hit the jackpot. If you just started in October, you just hit the jackpot for Jumpstart, okay? Because in your first 60 days is when you can earn tons of free product credit on top of tons of commission that you're going to earn. And you did it the best time of year. So just give yourself a little pat on the back if you joined in September, October, and you're in your Jumpstart, because this is the perfect time. And typically we talk about the 10%, right? So if you sell $1,000, you get 10% of product credit, but this time of year, no 10%. No 10%. Everybody on this Zoom needs to go for 15%. And what does that mean? So when you sell $5,000 in your Jumpstart, which is your 60 days, you go from 10%. We have little kids here. We have little kids all over here. That's the little voices you hear. You go from 10% in product credit to 15%. So I want all of you on here, if you're brand new, to be shooting for that $5,000 in 60 days, because you're going to be doing that by having in-home shows, but also by just rocking the holiday season. What's also $5,000 going to do? It's going to be $1,500 of cash in your product, in your pocket. So just think of what you could spend $1,500 on. Think of how much fun you and your family could have, or just you for that matter. Go to Italy by yourself. That's what I would do right now, $1,500. But just think of all the fun you could have with that amount this holiday season. Or maybe you just pay off a credit card bill from last holiday season. That would feel good too, right? So really think about that, plus on top of the $750 product credit that you'll get when you hit $5,000. So first and foremost, if you have not done this, you have to book your own show. What we talked about at our meeting tonight was 2 things. Number 1, you need to have your own show as early in November as possible. And since you are booking with yourself, you can book yourself for this weekend, right? Because you know you're free from 10 to 11:30 on Saturday morning. So you can book yourself that day. Okay, so you want to book yourself as soon as possible, and you want to make sure that you invite at least 40 people, okay? You're going to end up having 10 to 12 people come to your house on Saturday, but what's going to happen because you booked them early in November is that they are going to fill up the rest of your November calendar. And by filling up your November calendar, your December calendar is going to fill up. So you need to have your show super, super early in the month. What else do you need to do? You need to put an online show for yourself by next week at the latest. Why is that important? Because anybody who's not local, you don't want to invite your local friends to the online show because they're coming to your house on Saturday. But for anybody who's not local, they are going to want to still take advantage of this awesome holiday season. We've got dot dollars, which you're probably like, I don't know what that is. We're going to talk about that in a second. We have Black Friday sale. We have Cyber Monday. We have Giving Tuesday. We have all these reasons for people to shop and for you to offer personal service. So you want to make sure that you have an online show open for all of those orders for people that are not local to you. Make sure you use an invitation system. That's also super important. I love Evite. Make sure you use an Evite email in there. I love the Evite app and just tapping people's cell phone numbers. If I'm losing you, give me a thumbs down on the internet. So make sure you're using an invitation system. So you have emails in there and you have cell phone numbers in there. What's super important about an invitation system is that they're going to be reminded That is essential. If you just put out a Facebook event, they're never going to see it. They're never going to be reminded. You have to make sure that you have some sort of invitation system. And the other thing that's super important is to make sure you post something on social media. My top tip for you guys is, because you probably just ordered your jewelry last week or this week, have a video of you opening your box of goodies. I mean, if you ordered the bestseller, which was $199 for $1,000 of product, and you got $1,000 of product sitting in your starter kit, you want to open that on your personal page on Facebook, so everyone sees. That's a great way for when people are liking your post, or you see people out and about. Are we better? Okay, see people out and about. That'll be people that you can invite to your show as well. So make sure you're posting on social media. And then, like I said, $dollars is starting tomorrow, just to kind of make it super simple for you guys since you're brand new. Think about, does anybody know, put your hands up if you know what Gym Bucks is, or Kohl's Cash. Does anybody know what those things are? So when you spend money, you get money, and then you get the money to spend the money. It's very similar, okay? It's basically discount shopping. So if your customer spends $50 tomorrow, she's gonna have $25 to spend later. But don't forget, she has to spend $50 to redeem $25. Okay, so it's in increments of 25. So use that as well. Be like, hey, come over on Saturday for my show from 10 to 11:30, because you'll be able to earn dollars. You can get a lot of gifts when you earn your dollars, and then you can gift yourself when you redeem them. Just keep it super simple, okay? But before I go any further, I'm going to bring my special guests on. So first we have Jen DeSantis, and you guys might have questions for her. So like I said, Jen has never been through a November. So she came tonight and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just started in January. But just so you know, Jen, like I said, hit Associate Stylist in Jumpstart, promoted to Star in September, and is going for Heart of Leadership Star, September, October, November, December, next month. So she promoted to Star, just hit Star ever since she promoted. So I don't know about you guys. I want to know what you have to say. So tell us. And I love how we look like Charlie's Angels. So Jen, give us these girls want to know. You promoted in 60 days. What are your top tips for that?
Okay. Honestly, I don't think I have any magic sauce over here, but I brought along one of my close friends. So it really just kind of fell into my lap. I didn't do anything special, but I talked about it. I shared the opportunity with her, and that's my number one tip. Talk about it with your closest friends. She actually ended up being a hostess for me, one of my first hostesses. And I was setting up everything, and she was just like kind of awestruck, like, this is all your stuff. So I was like, yeah, isn't this amazing? And I was just telling her about it and sharing with her like what I had already made. And that was it. I didn't have to do anything else. She called me up like a couple days later and was like, I need to know more about this. So number one tip, talk about it and just share the opportunity with your closest friends. It's the best way to practice talking about it too, where you don't feel icky about it because they're your friends. And then secondly, after that, I helped her launch her show. So I made sure that I had a show and she had a show, and she just hosted for me. So I said, let's like talk to your mother-in-law, or, you know, just your close family, because they have different circles. So that's what we did. And then I walked her through that process. So talk about it, help them, make sure you have a show and she has a show. And it just fell into my lap that way. I did have another tip, but I'm drawing a blank.
Well, it'll come to you.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think about that. That's a great point. So what is associate? You guys are like, well, what's associate status? Why would I care? It sounds like great to get $800 in product credit and free hoopla and cash bonus. But what is it? Well, she basically just hit the nail on the head. If you have a show and your first stylist, which is your sister, your mom, your best friend, you know, your neighbor has a show in the same month, that's basically what you need to promote, because it's just $2,000 in group sales. You basically having a show and her having a show. That's as simple as it gets. So when you think about it, it's kind of silly not to do it in Jumpstart. I mean, when I saw how many people were at Hoopla in Nashville that did not pay for it, it's a $259 value that did not pay for Hoopla because they just brought a friend along and they both had a show in the same month. I was like, God, everybody needs to take advantage of this, okay? So you guys are brand new. We can't do that anymore, right? You guys can. So make sure that you are taking advantage of it. I love the idea how you said, like, you were really thinking of, this is my hostess, and now I want her to be my stylist. A lot of people will actually not sponsor their friend because they're worried they're going to lose sales, right? They're like, well, I'm not going to sponsor my friend because she's my first hostess. And if I don't have a hostess, then I don't have a business, right? But I'm telling you this, there are more shows out there to be booked. So the reason why we have such a lucrative associate stylist program is because we're trying to show you that if you sponsor early, you're going to be that much more successful. And the trunk shows will always come. So don't let that kind of give you the hiccup to not sponsor.
Oh, I know what else I wanted to say too.
Just give it a thumbs up. We're good. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. And don't be worried about not having all the answers or even knowing what you're doing, because I had no idea what I was doing. And I remember calling you and being like, oh, I think my friend's interested in signing up. I have no idea. And Beth's like, great, let's talk to her. So we did a 3-way call and Beth answered all of her questions. So use your team and your upline, because that's what we're here for. So if you have someone who you think is interested, don't shy away from it because you don't know how to answer her questions. Reach out to us and we'll do a 3-way call and help you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so now we have Nikki.
Hi, guys.
Which Charlie Angels are you? Was there a redhead?
I don't think there is.
Because I'm really probably the brunette. I'm naturally brunette.
I never
Cameron
knew that
Diaz.
about you.
You're Cameron Diaz.
Yeah. But I don't know.
I thought there was a
Asian.
Yeah, I think a redhead was somewhere in there, but
Yeah.
maybe not. Okay.
I was blonde at one point. Wasn't a good look.
All right. Well, this is Nikki, who's
Hi,
going for
guys.
Heart of Leadership Star. She's also going for Associate Director this month. So this is her 4th holiday season, and last season, I want to say, you guys sold like $2,000 or $3,000 in your last week of November.
Wow.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So these girls want to know, how do you make the most of your November?
Okay, so you got to be ready to work. I know everybody just signed up and you're excited. You might be a little bit leery about what to do next, but now is the time. You might be relaunching your business for some of you. I have a girl on my team who's a really good friend of mine who's looking to relaunch. Now's the time. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Everybody needs to shop anyway. So go ahead out there and get them shopping with you instead. Beth said to me the other day, you can sleep next month. So, and she's absolutely right. If you're gonna work this business, this month is the month to do it. So block out your calendar, get organized, highlight some dates that you know that you're available. You don't want to stress yourself out. So take a look at your month in advance, highlight what you have available. Another good tip is that Beth always shares with us, is to get your family on board. Make sure that they know, this is what I'm going for this month. Share your goals with your teams. Find out what their goals are as well, so you can help them achieve those goals. That's super important as well. And another tip for the holiday season this time of year is always be wearing the stuff. So we are ordering new things, and I'm always wearing a piece to work, whether it's my cardigan, my leggings, my tank, and of course I always have the jewels on. And people do ask me. I go into the cafe and I get, a cup of coffee, somebody compliments my necklace. The next thing you know, it turns into a conversation. And I always have a lookbook with me in my purse. I keep a bunch of them on my desk at work so that, it's kind of just not a dead end at that conversation. I can say, well, here's my book. All my information's on the back. If you find anything you like, let me know. There's great gifts. I always talk about the engravables this time of year as well, because they're super Christmas gifts for everybody. So that's just a few tips, that we do going in through every season. So I hope that helps. And
that's super helpful. I think it reminded me of the 30-second commercial. Like, you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
When people ask you about Stella and Dot, because when I was a brand new stylist, people would be like, oh my God, I love your earrings. I'd be like, oh, thanks. I didn't know what to say, right? So I had to almost practice in my car in the shower what to say. And you could even, whatever you feel comfortable with, you'd be like, oh, this is my #1 seller for the boutique line that I sell. Or you can say, oh my gosh, I work for this company, Stella and Dot. It's so great. Have you heard of us? Whatever you feel comfortable saying, but don't just say thanks, because this is your in to meet somebody new, to build your network and to build your who do you know list. And what's really cool is that we have, these great tools for you as a new stylist. So we have something called Mimi that you can actually just download from the App Store that is free and available to you, that you can then actually say to somebody like, hey, I know you love my engravable. Can I have your cell phone? I'll make you one and I'll send it to you. Or you can actually even do that from the lounge. But you could even just share images of what it costs and looks like just from images and Mimi. So, really at your fingertips, you can use your phone to work this entire business. You don't have to be, I know we're all busy, whether you have little kids, whether you work full time. Nikki has about 7 jobs, right? And this is one of Nikki's 7 jobs. And Jen has like 45 kids under the age of 3. So between the 2 of them, they are very busy girls, right? And they're making it happen because they're working it from their phone. They're working at their business their way. And they're very successful at it because they figure out ways to fit it in each day. But the one thing that they do every day is they take action. So if you don't take action, nothing will happen. And in our meeting tonight, I talked a lot about, imperfect action. I was talking about it with some stylists, because if you wait to do it exactly right, you're never going to do it. Most of my messages, spelling errors, I called them Jenny, Jessica. I did that yesterday. Oh, no. And these things happen, but guess what? I still did it. I still had the conversation. I still put myself out there and I still did it. Doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to look perfect. Your jewels don't have to be perfect. You just have to put yourself out there because you're more relatable that way, number one. And if you actually open your box of goodies on social media in a sweatshirt and sweatpants and your hair in a bun, you're going to get more likes than if you're all dolled up. Because they're like, oh my gosh, like Beth really loves jewelry and she really loves the product, but she's just like me. She's sitting at home with her hair dirty and sweatpants. So like I can relate to her. If I'm all dolled up, it might be like, I'm not like that. That's not me. I don't do that, so I'm more relatable that way. So don't overthink it. When your box comes, use your excitement to open that box. Do not wait for the perfect moment to do it. And you just by taking action is going to bring your business so much further than, just kind of like waiting for the perfect moment to take action. Okay. So we have a few minutes left. I want to just open up for questions. You have 2 very special ladies here. I don't want to let them go. So I was sleeping over now. I would love that. I know. So questions. I know we have some new stylists here. Any questions on associate stylist dollars, the 15% in credit you're going to earn, on how to have your first show? What else about how to plan your education system? You guys have us. This is a Zoom. So what's great about a Zoom versus a Facebook Live is that you can ask us questions right now and we can help you out with them. So does anybody have any questions? You can unmute yourself if you're muted. No questions? Kelly, you want to throw up a question for us?
I
was trying to figure out how to unmute myself.
Questions?
Questions? I don't know. I'm just trying to. I think that more of a tip than a question is to look for opportunities to make your business grow or help your business grow. So I had a couple of really great conversations with girls on my team this evening, and one of them was with a team member who had a pop-up and had guys, 2 police officers who purchased with her. And so I talked to him like, what if you offer an opportunity for these guys to pull their, to do some pop-up in their precinct,
Wow.
The local, like wherever they have happy hour together, something like that. Yeah. Because creating these opportunities for guys to shop is really great and kind of giving them the easy button. And it's
a football game at halftime.
Yes.
And I always start with the covet. That was one of my tips tonight. Like start with the covet necklace. It's $298 because sometimes the guys are like, oh, okay, that's fine. Then I can be done. Like if I just get that, then I don't have to get anything else. Where like if they get something at $69 and they feel like they have to find 3 other things to get them. So start covet, and then if they're like, oh, I don't spend that much, then you can move your way down. But definitely start with the covet pieces for sure.
Yep. Sorry. Absolutely. So we're trying to figure out how to work that angle to help his other buddies too. So try to think about like what those, if you don't have the trunk show, how do you turn it into one? Or how do you, ask for the referrals? Because sometimes you may get a great customer, but they are just not into hosting. So ask them, like, what about your friend? What about your sister? What about your mom? What about your coworker? Who do you know that's super social that would love to get a group of girlfriends together? Because, you know, they may throw out like the perfect name for you that ends up being one of your best customers or a potential new stylist or something. So don't be afraid to ask for a referral as well.
I love that. And I was even mentioning tonight, if somebody says no to hosting right now, you can always, when you have get your box of goodies, you can always invite them over to your house and say, hey, I would love to just offer you, I know you can't have a show right now because you're getting your hardwood floors redone, which everybody's getting their hardwood floors redone right now for me. So why don't you just come over and to my house and I'll show you what I have, right? Because you guys probably, a lot of you have the bestseller group that you can just shop with me at my house. And if you want to bring a few friends with you, you can actually earn rewards, because let's think about it. It takes 4 orders and $300 in sales to make a trunk show to have hostess rewards. So if she shops against her own show and she brings 3 friends, or maybe she brings 1 friend but collects 2 outside orders, she's going to earn some free stuff and some half-offs. So don't shy away if somebody says no. We were talking about that tonight, because sometimes people say no and we just go, okay. But I'm always like to do the confident close, which is, well, if I showed you, usually it's because I'm too busy. Well, if I could show you a way where we could do it in 90 minutes, it would be so fun and you would love a night out, would you be open to it? Kind of walking them through it. If they still say no, say, I totally understand. Why don't you just come over to my house and you can kind of pick out gifts and maybe some, holiday outfit makeups for you. And we even have tops you could wear for your holiday parties. Kind of just keep walking through that. And somebody has to really say to me, Beth, I am not coming, for me to be like, okay, I got it. But like it never gets there, because people are like, personal shopping. Yes, please. Like, I don't want to go to the mall. I don't want to deal with shopping online. So people are grateful for that, but you have to offer it. If you don't offer it, people are not going to know. Alex, how about you? Do you have any questions for us or anything else you'd like to add?
I love all these tips, and I echo all of them. I think they're so smart. I love the guy angle. Guys need a lot of help. If they can't come over for a guys' night, just messaging them and sending them a picture is literally, you could say, I could have you checked out in 2 minutes. They'll be like, when can you call me? These guys are easy. They really need help. And you'll build up a group of men who will want to shop with you for all shopping needs throughout the year and come to you every holiday, because they'll want, like, what goes with what she's got? Like, I don't know. Like, these guys need help. So be there to help them. I love those tips. And I loved everything you shared about associate stylist, Jen, and I loved all your tips, Nikki, on how to maximize your holiday season and your sales and your jumpstart. I just think you guys really are starting at the best time. My question would be, I know you kind of talked about a little bit about the giftables and things tonight at the team meeting. Is there anything you can share about the giftables with us?
Sure. So I actually have a little gifting station that I created tonight that I could post, and I will post it to the Rockstar page when I take a picture of it so everybody can see. It's a 40 and under little table that I make, and I put a little fake Christmas tree on there. I take the couple Stella and Dot boxes and I put a little ribbon around it. And I also take these fun little ornaments here and I stuff them with confetti, and I put like sparkle studs in here. What is the purpose of all that? But I have trunk shows, and when you all have trunk shows, women love to shop. It sells itself, okay? It sells itself. So people are going to come and they're going to shop. They're going to buy a top for themselves. They're going to buy a bracelet for themselves. This happens at shows, right? People want to shop. But we need to show them that we have these great gifts, because they don't know, right? So the sparkle studs, the wishing bracelet, the new sets, which are super cute. The earrings, the mama necklace, the love necklace, the engravables, the celestial choker, the knot cuff. I sell a lot of that as a gift. We have some great gifts, but you have to visualize it. And the reason why I do that table is so I remember to talk about it, right? Because I forget. So I'm looking at that little table in the middle of my table, which I'll take a picture of. And I'm like, oh, well, do you need teacher gifts? The wishing bracelet's great for that. Do you need a sister gift? The knot bracelet's great for that. Do you need a celestial choker? All my nieces love that. Like, it helps me walk through. And now I went from $100 order, right, because they bought a top and they bought a bracelet, to now a $400 order because they bought a top, bracelet, and bought all their gifts. So even if you only have the bestseller kit includes the hang-on, the renegade hoops, the love necklace. Those are all great gifts. Make sure you put a little Christmas tree next to it or a little box with a bow on it so you remember to talk about it, because the more you talk about, the more you will sell.
I love that you are talking about presenting it in a way that's giftable too. Because I think sometimes when people think, oh, I'm just giving a pair of sparkle studs, but if you present it in a way that is fancier, it is. It's more like, okay, now I could see myself giving that $19 gift or that $34 gift, and it's going to seem.
Well, Nikki's going to try to transport it. It's you might have to like lay it flat.
I love that, Kelly. And the other thing I love about it, and one of the things that I do as a little tip for those who want to try this giftable concept with their shows this month, I even encourage people who love to give monetary gifts. I encourage them to pick up one of the little giftables to put with their monetary gift, because most people actually struggle with giving monetary gifts. If you start asking people about it, oh my God, how cute. Look at this freaking thing that they're bringing over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is so cute.
Okay, Beth, that is adorable.
Okay, so
take a picture of it.
So this is actually on a box that has it's empty on the inside. So it's a white box, it's empty, so I put everything in the box. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So on here I have these are all under 40. These are under 40. And then I have the new strength that has an actual little card with it. This is under 40. And all of these, the balance, the strength, and the creativity come with a card. Okay. This is $29, these little stretch bracelets. I sell a lot of these as gifts. I have the little knot cuff that I sell as gifts. And then over here, I have something that just says gifts under 40. And then on here, you can see I have the engravables a little bit more, but I'm going to explain that the engraving's free. And that's why, it's a little bit more than 40, but I have the mama necklace on there, the celestial, and then the other necklace. I forget the name of it, but I do sell a lot of that bottom one too.
Love that. And what I was saying before you brought that amazing box of goodies over was some people who give monetary gifts struggle with the fact that it doesn't feel as personal. So just adding a $10, $20 pair of sparkle studs in a cute little ornament that you're going to accompany with your monetary gift is so thoughtful and amazing, and it really makes everybody feel good. It makes the gift giver feel good. It makes the recipient feel like, oh my gosh, she did something extra, a little something extra, in addition to the cash, which I, excited to shop with. So encourage people, even if they say, oh, I only give monetary gifts, encourage people to take a look at your giftable area, because sometimes just, putting the money in the little card, like, I don't know if Beth has any on the tray, but some of these little giftables come in a little like square, like envelope looking type of.
This one here does.
You have the love necklace and the other one.
Yeah, the love necklace. Oh yeah, I'll show you. So this one comes in a little card. And will you grab that little wishing the teacher one too?
It actually comes in a flat box.
Yeah, we're gonna get the love. We're gonna show you on the love. We're just showing you. We're not bringing the. There's another little area, but this one's all under 40.
Aren't these cute though? This is my favorite.
It's so cute. I love it. Perfect. Exactly. So that little square box, show it from the side so they can see how slim it is on the side. Yeah. So people who give monetary gifts could add one of those little, smaller priced items in with their cash gift. And then it's really makes the cash gift personal too. And then everybody feels good. So, I love this idea, and I had a lot of people take me up on the giftable little station when I created it last holiday season. It was the first time I ever did it, and it was big sellers, and it definitely increased my orders tremendously.
Yeah, and the visual, like I said, this is something that's uploaded to the Rockstar page. It's a word swag with the visual of it, this sitting here where it says, thank you for teaching our child how to sparkle. Even though, this is something that I can give to them if I wanted to send it to the image via text to them, it's more a reminder for me, right?
Love it.
So, and it's also a place where I could talk about teacher gifts and show them. Yeah. You like my tree? My tree is lit.
How it frames your face.
It's lit.
Literally.
I mean, somebody take a screenshot of this. And then this is the gift set. So the gift set that I chose was the one without the makeup, but I really think it's a great gift set. It's these studs here. And then the Fortitude bracelet, that's a great gift.
Mm-hmm.
And then the new poof. And these all come inside the poof for
these
$59. You get all three.
These are so pretty.
I mean, that's a great gift right there.
I absolutely love all three of the gift sets. I'm super excited. And I'm actually going to invest in them for my display. And then I'm going to gift them off at the end of the season to my babysitter or my hair, the girl who does my hair. So I'm going to use them for the holiday season to show, and then I'm going to actually give them away. I know my daughter wants one too. So she wants like 3. She wants them all. And she's 13. So I love this. This is so great. So exciting.
The Ever lip gloss or lipstick is nice. I ordered it from
Lay this
someone,
spot. It's probably easier to move if you lay
and
that
it's
spot.
really nice.
I have the new Forever lip gloss, the lip matte.
Ew.
It feels like butter on your lips. Amazing.
What color did you get?
I got that glam color. It's like that mauve color.
Yeah.
It's called Glam. Love it.
Me too. I really like it a lot.
All right. Any other questions from new stylists?
Good luck, everybody.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck. Thanks for jumping on tonight. Thank you to my special guests. We'll be
Thank
here
you.
every week. No, I'm just kidding. I wish.
Regis and Kelly here.
Regis and Kelly. But this is really fun, and I'm so excited for all of you. I'll get to meet all of you at Hoopla in Colorado, and you're all going to win it for free. Earn it for free, not win it. You're going to earn it for free when you hit Associate Stylist in your first 60 days. You have a show, your friend have a show, you promote. So I'll see you guys all in Colorado, and thanks for jumping on. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.